let's move forward because I have a video that I want to watch, and as you can see here on screen is the Kaizenat. But the title of this video is called "The Clusterfuck of Streaming Culture," because yes, streaming, it is it's a crazy culture. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you have people that are constantly doing what they can to one up themselves and one up everybody else. So you have people running around the streets being dumbasses or streaming themselves committing crimes just to try to get attention. And then of course, it's because I get that they want to become a popular streamer and they want to make millions and shit like that. I mean, I do too. Shit, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I do it. Twitch.tv/PaperSin or kick.com/PaperSin. Links in the description below. But I digress. Shameless plug. I digress. There comes a point, like there's a line that once that's crossed, it's like you fucked up. You fucked up, and that's why people like Johnny Smalley go to prison. That's why people like how Vitaly went to prison. EDP's not. He's not a streamer, but he content creator. Anyway, EDP is EDP. We're not touching that right now. That's the whole separate video, and that's just nasty as fuck what he does. Anyway, streaming. There's a lot wrong with streaming culture because people are always fighting to keep the viewers' attention. Like a lot of y'all will just dip out after 4 minutes just because I don't have like Fortnite playing in the background or some shit while I talk to you, while I try to give you some knowledge, while I try to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't have like a little I don't know what, something running around in the background just to keep your attention. A lot of y'all will clock out after 4 minutes or so. But I digress. Let's see this. Let's listen to this video. It's by mattyballz, by the way. The links will be in the description below. Let's check out this video and see what he thinks about see why he calls streaming culture a clusterfuck.
Unless you've been living under a rock, it's pretty apparent that live streaming is one of the biggest avenues for content in the world. From creators like Speed performing at the World Cup finals to Kaizenat hosting Streamer University with some of the biggest people on the internet, live streaming is a pretty big deal these days. But because of all of the hype around streaming, it's also resulted in an environment where some streamers are willing to do anything for views. From people harassing others in public and filming people without their consent, to committing crimes and even shooting people, streaming culture has...
You remember that guy who was walking around in a grocery store? He was spraying all the food and shit with like bug spray, like all like the fruits and the open food. He's spraying that shit with bug spray. Yeah, and then he got arrested. That dude deserves life.
Has become pretty toxic. So today I wanted to look into the dark side of live streaming. If you've been on the internet throughout the past few years, you've probably noticed the live streaming takeover. However, as fast as the content has grown, it wasn't overnight. Now I could go super into detail about how streaming got to where it is, but that's all kind of boring, so I'm just gonna brush over it. IRL streaming and stuff like that dates back pretty far, but around then it was only a few guys since the tech wasn't great and vlogs were dominating. And at first, as many of you probably know, gaming was what viewers flocked to. For most viewers, they're
the good old days, bro. The good old days when gaming was the main hub of streaming. And then came the women and the OnlyFans chicks and the hot tubs and the how can I get more people to subscribe to my OnlyFans? Oh yeah, let me go show my cleavage to a bunch of young adults that are impressionable and that I can hopefully get them to get their parents' credit card and then go to my OnlyFans too. Give me money. Bruh. It's a sad thing.
Their first experience with live streaming content was probably gaming, and it stayed like that for a while. You know, you had guys like Syndicate, Soda Poppin', and all these other names that flourished during the 2010s. As time progressed, things continued to change and evolve. The just chatting section on Twitch is where people did IRL stuff for a bit, but it was mostly gooner stuff like hot tub streams. However, some just chatters did IRL streams, people like Ice Poseidon. Also around this time, guys like Ninja took the gaming side of things to the next level, hosting Fortnite streams with some of the biggest celebrities in the world and bringing in millions of eyes. I mean, Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju Smith-Schuster all on one squad was pretty crazy.
Rick, every time you get a kill, the entire chat is just saying God's plan.
And for a long time, this was the most popular niche. But under the surface, IRL streams were bubbling up. It started with guys like Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat, who did all sorts of crazy things on their streams, had celebrity guests and things like that. As streaming continued to grow big,
That's like the main thing for Kai Cenat. He like bringing on guests or having someone else be there with you. Like that's it seems like that's his main thing. I'm not knocking it. I'm just noticing it. And do you, fam? Do you? Everybody's gotta have their little niche. But then at what point do you ask yourself, are your viewers there for you? Or are they there for the guests that you bring on? Or they want to see what guests you might bring on?
bigger and bigger, it was these content creators that flourished. And while gaming still does perform pretty well, it became clear that that was no longer the number one. Because of all this hype, innovation was inevitable. You had Speed, the FaZe guys, Kai, Neon, and a multitude of others that grew brands that commanded sponsorships worth hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of dollars. Which is honestly pretty cool considering where live streaming started. As you guys probably already know, streaming is huge. And alongside podcasting, and thanks to TikTok and Instagram Reels, it's one of the biggest content industries there is right now. And I think one thing that really demonstrates how crazy live streaming can get, especially IRL streaming, are subathons. Subathons are a combination of subscription and marathon, where the stream continues if people keep subscribing to your account. You know, if people,
Bro, I forgot who started that, but it definitely became something that people fucking love, and then people love to do. And then of course you gotta put your own spin on it. You gotta change the name of it, something like that, like something that reflects your brand or whatever it is you're doing. Like Kai Cenat has Mafia-thon instead of Subathon. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, just different name. Cause I guess that's, you know, the brand he re-rolling with. Respect. You know what I'm saying? But like subathons are fucking wild. Like I'm pretty sure people have been pushed to the point where like they've gone like over a month and they're just like, bro, I'm just done. They end it by saying like, no more, like no matter how many people you subscribe or how many people subscribe, the time will not go up. They'll end it like that and then just wait for the time to drop.
enough people don't
That's work,
subscribe.
I gotta give them
stream
props.
It was popularized by Ludwig in 2021, who streamed for 31
Ludwig did
days
it.
straight. So you'd see him on stream sleeping, playing games, watching movies, working out in his garage, and stuff like that. He was always on camera, except for when he went to the bathroom. But subathons can vary quite a bit, with some going on for days as long as the fans keep subscribing or donating. And in some cases, like with Kai Cenat's Mafia-thon, for a month straight, uninterrupted, no breaks, no sleep, and mostly no privacy.
Miles, can you tell me what motivates you or who motivates you? Your mom, nigga. Shout out to Kudos. Thanks for bits. Those smell amazing.
You sound like a
No, I'm from the suburbs.
The difference between Ludwig,
I am from the
Subathon, and
suburbs.
Kai's is the scale. We went from mostly gaming and just chilling a bit to now having tons of celebrities like Kevin Hart and Drewski guest starring, tons of other streamers, and all sorts of crazy things going on. I think the best comparison is like it's a modern day iCarly. That's really what it feels like. And with Kai Cenat raising the bar so high, there have been a ton of other streamers that are attempting to match the viral content that he's putting out, which has created another...
Good luck with that. I mean, like I said, like people always trying to they have to though. People have to try and do better than not just themselves, but have to do better than other streamers so they can get noticed. Like they have to do all these wild things to try and get noticed. And it just like it's been boiling over slightly, but it feels like soon people are gonna start doing things that are gonna get them killed, and not like doing things that's like, look, watch me, you know, bungee jump without a bungee. I'm not saying that. They're gonna start doing things to other people in public, and other people in public already have the fatigue. The fatigue has been building up. Instead of just smacking that motherfucker, they might blow him up. You know what I'm saying?
meta for these IRL streams, and that is called clip farming. Now, to some degree, the entire point of live streaming is authenticity, because you're watching it all live. It's supposed to be real, you know? And it can't be edited, so it's going to be raw and straight from the heart. But what happens when nothing that interesting is going on? Well, similar to reality TV, moments are scripted, curated, or forced. You could just be doing something funny, corny, extra, or even...
I hate scripted shit. I prefer like people just don't force it. Don't just let it be. Let the vibe be what it is. Let the thing be what it is. And if a moment comes from it, beautiful. If not, it's cool. It's cool. But people have to script shit because again, like niggas these days have small attention spans. They need something to constantly keep their attention. Otherwise, they'll just go back to doom scrolling on whatever app they're on, whether it's Instagram, YouTube Shorts, what is it, TikTok, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Dangerous, and usually it's just jokes like FaZe Adapt, who pretends to be dumb for a funny clip on a stream.
Not for a while. I pushed it back this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What month?
I pushed it back to October this year, so like...
That's when your birthday is?
That was in June normally, but this year I push it back because everyone keeps calling me old, so I want the gap between us to get a little smaller, so every year I'm just
You
gonna
don't
push my
put, you
birthday
can't
back.
push,
Okay, even this is scripted, this is not the bad kind of script. This is just kind of funny.
but you can't push back.
So typically it's not that serious, but it definitely can be when you get into higher stakes situations. Thanks to the rise of short form content and the new marketing strategy called clipping, streamers will try to either organically or inorganically capture live moments, usually just a few seconds to a minute, that are worthy of being reposted online. Clipping has made streaming significantly larger, and
clipping also gets the clippers paid. I ain't gonna lie, that's the hustle right there. Good shit.
clipping essentially is just when individual streamers or companies working on behalf of streamers hire out contractors who repost different clips from streams on TikTok or other social media. They call it clip campaigns, and it's the method that blew up Clavicular, a very popular streamer who you may be familiar with. For example, in March of 2026, Clavicular's clips got over 2.2 billion views from 69,550 videos posted by an army of 1,600 clippers.
God
So
damn.
basically, they hire out a bunch of kids in their mom's basements who sit on Premiere Pro all day and cut up little clips of the stream and upload them to TikTok. And as you can see on this chart, there are tons of streamers utilizing clipping through Kick, and plenty more that are not listed.
Academics. Hold on. Let me go up. Let me go back.
You can see on
Let's see. You got Clavicular, Nina Drama, Jamaskin. I don't know. Aiden Ross, Neon. Wow. Hold up. So Clavicular has 1,610 clippers. Aiden Ross has 812. I guess like by now Aiden Ross doesn't really need that many because he's Aiden Ross. His name carries weight now. And wasn't he didn't he become like one of the first billionaires through streaming? Name carries weight now. You got Neon, not even gonna try Zavala, something like that. Oblivion, blah 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 blah. Rampage Jackson, XQC, of course XQC. Rampage Jackson, XQC. Who else? Academics, Dean the Great, Larry Wheeler, Ryan Garcia. Like, damn, bro. Honestly, I can't wait until I'm big enough where Kick is just hires clippers for me. You know what I'm saying? Kick.com/PaperSin. The link's in the description below.
on this chart, there are tons of streamers utilizing clipping through Kick, and plenty more that are not listed that are doing it themselves or working with other companies. These videos leverage diminishing attention spans, which practically solves one of the main issues that streamers are facing. So for a lot of people who can't stomach a full multi-hour long stream, there are endless amounts of clippers clipping clips to be viewed.
Kevin Hart pressed for Kai for talking to Kevin Hart. You don't just press for Kai. Like, you want, grab a bottle of water or grab a bottle of mosquito be gone, whatever, then spray Rakai. That's the kind of shit that you need more than that, to be honest. Like, a bottle of acid might help, but that's what you need to get rid of Rakai. I ain't gonna lie.
On TikTok and apps like it. Also, feel free to check out my video on clipping if you're interested. I go much more in depth about it and cover some crazy stuff. Regardless, nowadays streaming has clips, clip farming, and clippers. But what makes a good clip? Well, of course, it can be funny, it can be entertaining, it can be kind of crazy. However, a lot of modern clips have some element of rage bait, and this is where streaming gets a little more toxic. Rage baiting obviously isn't exclusive to streaming, but it is extensively common within the streaming world. If you don't know what rage baiting means, rage bait refers to content that tries to provoke anger or outrage as a means of gaining attention or making money. It has a wide variety of applications, whether you're messing around rage baiting your friends, you're rage baiting strangers, or some people just do it for the sick, twisted fun of it. In most cases, it can be lighthearted, but when it comes to streaming content, the stakes can rise pretty quickly. And usually what it is people just saying something ridiculous or offensive, or doing something ridiculous or offensive. That way, commenters and viewers get upset. They interact with the video, leaving comments like, "Oh, this is so stupid, this is so ridiculous, this is so crazy," and then the streamer gets more attention, notoriety, engagement, and ultimately money from these clips. As streaming has continued to grow, especially the IRL stuff, some bad actors got in on around the hype. I'm talking about the true cornballs, from clip farming to faked or excessive pranks to straight up harassment of the public.
Oh my god, I hate this fucking kid. Oh my god. There are some people that if they go missing or something bad happens to them, you wouldn't mind. You just wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? And this kid right here, Jack Shittery, he's definitely one of them. He's definitely on like the top of the list. Him, Johnny Somali, Makai. Yeah, that's my top three, bro. If they went missing or something bad happened to them, I losing sleep over that shit.
Reviews. And again, it was far from everyone doing this annoying stuff, but it's happened enough to create controversy after controversy and an endless amount of headlines, which leaves us where we stand today. Early on in streaming, when gaming was dominating, you could argue the content ecosystem was relatively safe. That's aside from streamers getting swatted here and there, or some slurs being dropped, but the issues we have today are extremely different and, in my opinion, worse. The phenomenon of IRL streaming has created a severe escalation, which was often seen in the YouTube prank or challenge videos back in the day. Except this time, it's with a live audience, which raises the stakes significantly. Like, people already act out enough when cameras are on, but when you toss in the fact that there's a live audience out there, and when it's out there, it can't be changed, that can get pretty serious. On top of this, streaming got significantly more toxic, in my opinion, when Kick entered the picture. The streaming...
At first, I'll agree, but at first, because I'm not gonna lie, Aiden Ross didn't help. Because when he was on Kick, he was like, yeah, you guys can do anything over here. Then of course he watched the fucking what the NFL, the Super Bowl on Kick, like showing everything, talking about you can do anything over here, doesn't matter, blah blah blah. And then a bunch of people came over and they were like, oh, we can do anything? Oh, bet. And the shit just went to trash. Oof, it was terrible. That was like a terrible release. That was a terrible start for Kick. I'm not gonna lie. But it has calmed down since. You know what I'm saying? It's not as bad and it's getting better.
Streaming service Kick was created in 2022 as a competitor to Twitch. It's backed by the gambling company Stake and was created to rival Twitch for the unique factor of looser moderation. They've been huge contributors to both clipping and also the rise of many controversial streamers. Like I said, there has also been a degradation of sorts in the type of content that's been going viral. This is because of algorithmic reinforcement, dopamine loop, and the audience effect. With algorithmic reinforcement, social media algorithms are designed to prioritize extreme, shocking, or emotional content. Because of this, the safe or normal posts stop generating engagement, so creators feel a lot of pressure to take bigger risks to stay relevant. With a dopamine loop,
like I said, they take bigger risks to stay relevant. Yep, just keep outdoing yourself just to try and stay relevant until either you retire, you die, or you live long enough to see yourself become the bad. Oh, you live long enough to notice you became the bad guy. That you've been the bad guy.
Online reward system
you were
of
never
likes,
the good
shares,
guy.
and comments triggers dopamine releases in the brain. So when a stunt committed on a live stream no longer causes the same level of reaction, users must escalate the behavior to get the same chemical high. And lastly, with the audience effect, sometimes called the online disinhibition effect, it can cause streamers to behave more recklessly in front of an invisible, validating digital audience than they would in real life. All of this has resulted in a large chunk of streaming culture becoming very toxic or even degenerate, for lack of better words. And I think a lot of this can kind of be shown off or culminated at Streamer University. Streamer University is...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't expect this. Like, I didn't expect this to be a part of the video. All right. I mean, just thinking in my head real quick, not gonna say anything out loud because I want to see what he has to say, but I get it.
is an event put together by Kai Cenat, the top dog of streaming. Basically, it's a 3-day event where streamers, content creators, influencers, and many more stay at a university that Kai rents out. Some of the people who attend are already famous, and some are up-and-comers. Not all of them are streamers, some of them are just entertainers or musicians or whatever, but the whole point is that they can learn how to stream and also make content in the process. There are classes where they can learn about streaming, but that usually doesn't end up becoming the focal point. Usually the focal point is whatever crazy shit they can do to create the most viral clips. Like this, for example.
I mean, from with the last Streamers University, like the first one, when I barely remember what class. Like, I don't remember what classes there were. All I remember is everybody trying to do a bunch of dumb shit, to get clips and, you know, up dudes and get their names and get seen and try to be like the biggest weirdo, so that everybody that's watching Streamer University on Kai Cenat's stream or someone else's stream that's bigger than them will start watching whoever, you know, did that one crazy thing in Streamers University. So you try to get attention from you know, you try to gain a bigger following, try to increase your following. Best thing for them to do that is to just, you know, be as fucking weird as possible.
What did I do to you? I didn't say a word.
I know you walked away from me.
Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Gangster. You talking about
This clip was crazy, man. He said gangster after throwing a drink on a girl. That's crazy.
Right.
And then he ran away after. Actually,
that's like the opposite of gangster, bro. Like, what the fuck? Pussy. Like, what the fuck?
was hot sauce, which is even crazier. Also, because of the rise of streaming and how common it's becoming to clip farm in real life, streamers and content creators are getting a little more comfortable going up to people and doing whatever they want, all for the sake of a clip.
I'm stressed out right now. What's up?
Yusuf.
What's up? Yo, see,
Whoa!
nigga, you can't do that.
I can't do that.
That's, we don't know each other like that.
Okay,
gang.
oh, we don't know each
Yeah,
other like
punch
that.
a shot
No,
at
that's
him.
not cool.
Okay, my bad.
On God,
Okay,
you
okay,
bugging.
sorry. Okay, sorry, my
Like,
bad.
it's cool for a clip. That's not the clip, gang. That's not the clip. What happened? Not the clip.
Don't shake his hand.
Not the clip, gang.
Don't shake his hand.
Not the clip, gang. Bro, chat. This is what I'm talking about. Be moving like they know you. Like, see, now I don't know you. Now I'm not gonna be friends with you, gang. That's not the clip, bro. We don't know each other like that.
Yeah, you should have
It's cool. I'm
knocked
gonna
shit
let
out
it
of
rock.
him.
It's streamer you. They try and get their clips off. That's not the clip, bro. I don't like that.
Of course, a lot of this rage baity stuff ends up being staged, you know, as a form of clip farming. Like this clip where Kai Cenat got into a fight with some random streamer.
Oh, that's Suburb Baby. I seen that. I seen that. I like his shorts are funny. Fake.
But I don't think Streamer University itself is the problem. As crazy as it is, all the people involved in Streamer University know what they're signing up for. The real problem is that a lot of the people consuming this sort of content who want to become the next big streamer will see all the crazy things going viral and try to recreate it on their own. Sadly, a big streamer...
Day in the life, 24-hour stream watcher. Oh, so he doesn't take his eyes off the... He just doesn't take his eyes off the screen. He just keeps holding his laptop, walking everywhere with it, and just like... Bro, that's fucking sad.
Will see all the crazy things going viral and try to recreate it on their own. Sadly, a big part of pushing the line for views has included creators straight up harassing random people.
22-year-old son watching his quote-unquote favorite streamer. Rakai's on the stream. Rakai's on the TV. Nigga, you sure he's 22? Shit. You might have to wait another 20, 30, 40 years before you actually grow up, bro.
On the street. This has been enabled and normalized.
And that's me saying it. And not like I'm chill as fuck. Like I like to have fun and just be me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying yeah, your kids he's fucking screwed.
In part thanks to the rise of Meta glasses, which is Meta and Ray-Ban's collaborative pair of glasses that can record people, often without their knowledge or consent. According to BBC, wearers, often young men, get people to sign fake petitions or retail workers to smell candles sprayed with bad odors. Sometimes they steal food as it's being handed over at a drive-thru and record their sprint. What's
That's
arguably
fucked
worse,
up.
though, is women leaving the beach, going into a shop, or simply standing outside are now being approached by men usually wearing Meta's Ray-Bans,
So I've
often
seen
in
those-
order to
those
film the
shorts.
women's responses to casual questions or pickup lines without their knowledge or consent. The women only find out about the videos of them after they gain traction and often abuse online.
Editor to note, my sister was just out and told me some guy was recording her with Meta glasses and being really weird. So this is a common occurrence. God damn, bro. So even just being out in public, minding your own damn business, you can't even expect like to have a chill day out. You might encounter some weirdo dumbass that just runs up to you and tries to turn you into a clip. Ugh.
But what do Meta Ray-Bans have to do with streaming? Well, I think Meta glasses short form content, and the rise of live streaming culture, all in tandem, have made our culture in general way more comfortable filming strangers in public. There's just so many more people out there that I think don't see a problem with running up to someone with a camera or your meta glasses or streaming, whatever. And usually it's not just filming them, because whether it be live or recorded, content creators are significantly more comfortable harassing people in public and filming it without their consent. I first realized this was a real problem when I was visiting a buddy in Vancouver, and a guy came up to us and asked his girlfriend if he could curl her, you know, like a bicep curl.
Oh,
like
God.
that. Obviously that's a weird question to ask someone, and I saw that he was like sneakily trying to record it with his phone. He could have been live streaming, I don't know. I told him he couldn't, but he could curl me if he wanted to, because I'm a bigger guy, and I think that scared him away because he was a little guy. But regardless, that was just weird and annoying, and it's unfortunate that I have to be on camera without my consent. You know, this guy just walked up to me and started trying to make a clip about it. You know, it's crazy. And since
I wish I knew where he lived to make sure I didn't go there. Well, thankfully, me personally, I barely, like, I introvert, antisocial. I barely leave my house. I barely need to leave my house. Except when I go to work, go get groceries or go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? But so those are the slim times where I might have to deal with some other bullshit, which is like, I really don't like people in general. Like, from my perspective, all of y'all, everybody in the world, y'all all start at the same baseline of hate. Like, I hate all of you equally. Y'all have to work to get to convince me to even like you as a person. Like, okay, they might be cool as a friend, or like, oh, this person, well, they don't immediately, I don't immediately want to, I don't immediately hate them as soon as I see them. So this person, I know this person, they're pretty cool. They're all right in my butt. Y'all gotta work to get up to that. I hate y'all all equally from the jump. I don't care who you are, what race you are, what gender you are, whatever you are. I hate y'all all equally. You know what I'm saying? You gotta convince me not to hate you. Good luck.
my friend lives in a bigger city, he's encountered streamers out in public multiple times. So clearly this is becoming a common occurrence. Not only is this sort of thing more common than it was before, or more obnoxious than ever before, but it's also getting dangerous. A perfect example of this is the live streamer Chud the Builder, a streamer known for his controversial IRL streams. His whole Chud persona is characterized by frequent use of racial slurs and harassment directed at black people. Obviously, this content has garnered a ton of backlash, but due to how well ragebait works in the algorithm and how popular this sort of content can be, it's also gotten him an insane amount of attention, fueled by a weird army of racist keyboard warriors who go to bat for their Chud king. And Chud has faced public condemnation, platform suspensions, and even legal controversies. However, none of that comes close to what happened most recently. About halfway into 2026, Chud received national media attention following a shooting outside of a courthouse. Over time, it became a recurring theme for Chud to yell some racist stuff and then flash his gun, which might be the definition of play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Chud himself even stated that he believed eventually one of these encounters would end with the death of a black person.
You don't like looking ugly? Shut up. Come on, come do something. Come do something. Pull up. Yeah, walk up. That's what I thought. They chipping out.
He has a gun in his pocket. I'm being so serious. When you run up on this man and you're mad about the racist stuff he says to you, if you know,
control yourself like a human.
That wouldn't even be anything that moves.
The first big incident came in early May when someone knocked his hat off, so he began pepper spraying them while calling them racial slurs. This went viral and added even more fuel to the fire. And while his haters grew, due to all the attention, his supporters did as well, pushing him to do crazier and crazier things. On the afternoon of May 13th, Chud was scheduled to appear in court over an alleged $3,000 debt owed to a credit card company. Outside the courthouse,
is that a hole in their pants?
he became involved in an altercation with a black man, and during the confrontation, Chud drew a handgun from his jacket pocket and fired multiple shots at the guy. Reports also state that Chud accidentally shot himself in the arm during the incident as well, which is pretty funny. That's kind of deserved, I think. So police arrested him and charged him with attempted murder, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a
attempted murder, so he didn't get the kill. Good. Nah, don't give him what he don't let him get what he wants. Just go ahead, toss him in the hole. Say goodbye.
Deadly weapon.
And it's okay if you forget to feed him for about a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year.
His bail was set at $1.25 million, and an expected controversy ensued. The internet did what it does, and Chud started a fundraiser, and a bunch of his racist fans gave him a bunch of money. And on top of this, he created a meme coin which skyrocketed in value. And honestly, this Chud the Builder guy just seems like the worst possible culmination of internet degeneracy, but in real life, on a live stream. Immediately following the viral moment, this became a heavily politicized thing, and I'm not going to focus too much into the specifics of Chud's case since that's not the objective of the video. The point of bringing him up though is to demonstrate the broader growth of online racism, rage bait content, engagement farming, and how all of this can come together in IRL streaming and become actually dangerous. And this is far from the only instance. Just recently in Denver, a similar situation went down which resulted in the creator and the random guy being shot.
Blood out. Yeah, blood out. Bro, blood I'm gonna do jail.
And if you think videos like these will help deter people from doing stupid things, think again, because you're
shoot him one more time. That's like I do.
being way too rational. I mean, there was a super viral incident a few years ago where a YouTuber was harassing a delivery driver and the guy just shot him.
Is a guy named Alan Coley, and he's holding a bag of food he just picked up at the food court at the Dulles Town Center in Virginia. At one point, the 31-year-old Coley shoves the phone out of his face. But the prankster, 21-year-old Tanner Cook, is unrelenting.
Stop.
But the prankster never expected this reaction. A bullet fired into his stomach and liver.
The YouTube...
I bet that since this guy is tall and big like that, I feel like he's always been a bully in school, and I feel like he still feel in this moment, he was thinking that he could still get away with whatever he wants because of his size.
A bullet fired into his stomach and liver.
The YouTube guy lived, and honestly, I'm kind of happy that the guy who shot him got acquitted, because this is what streaming culture, prank culture, Ray-Ban meta glasses, and the rise of short-form content has led to. Just obnoxious harassment of people in public. There are tons of small streamers out there who are just harassing people for the hopes of a viral clip.
In one of the videos, he's recording a woman while making comments about her private parts.
No, it's just ridiculous. It makes me angry. It makes me my blood boil.
We spoke with a man who's been raising awareness on his social media page, South Bay Responders, which focuses on incidents in the community.
10 posts within 24 hours, just following girls, taking videos of their bodies.
He's received multiple messages about this guy.
And it's not just small streamers. Even big streamers like Jack Doherty or Clavicular have had legal issues stemming from their streams.
Chill.
With Jack blocking traffic and resisting arrest on stream, to Clavicular shooting an
He still has to go back to court for that, right?
alligator on stream for some reason, or the whole Johnny Somali situation where he got sentenced to jail in South Korea for kissing a statue that honored women who were
he did way more than that, but
forced into sexual slavery by Japan during the war. I think you guys,
I mean, Johnny did way more than that, but he got what he deserved. I still think he deserved more time though. But anyway, not gonna get into that.
You guys are probably getting the point by now. But streamers at this point just seem to be doing the craziest things possible, hoping for the most viral clips, all with the objective of becoming the biggest streamer. I think a good example of this is Neon. Neon started out as one of those rage bait, like super degenerate streamers. He also associated himself heavily with Aiden Ross, who was very controversial at the time. And once he got pretty popular, it seemed like he kind of toned down the craziness and tried to be like a regular streamer, and he would collaborate with people, be more nice to people, you know, just try to be more of a regular guy, which kind of shows me that the method or the meta of doing like crazy stuff for views, getting all the engagement, and then just pivoting to like a more chill role is actually plausible. Other content creators like CDogVA have acknowledged and condemned this behavior, saying things like, IRL is an amazing genre, you show the world through a camera, but what a lot of it has turned into is people going around in public with massive entourages, pointing cameras in someone's face, and having 30,000 people make fun of them. I don't know if this was directed at someone, if this guy has beef with someone, but the general point still stands. You have to consider that with events as big as Kai Cenat Streamer University, and even just streamers as a whole practically reaching the levels of movie stars and musicians like Speed performing at the World Cup final, the motivation for views is only getting stronger. Obviously, Kai, Speed, and any other big streamers aren't directly responsible, but it's the up-and-comers that have much less to lose that are tainting the monolith of streaming. The higher the ceiling of stardom and fame, the more wannabes are willing to do and sacrifice just for a slice of it, which ironically is the same old issue that fame has always had. This time though, it's different. It's through highly efficient social media algorithms that encourage people to act out in public in front of a live camera. This also makes it so just about anyone can do something crazy in hopes of becoming the next big thing. The main way that these people have gotten so popular is thanks to clipping, and it's actually surprising how big of an industry it is and how dangerous and deceptive that industry can actually be. So if you'd like to learn more about that, make sure to click the video that's on screen right now.
Clipping. Clippers. That shit is fucking like, anyway, it's effective. And like I said before, people get paid, clippers get paid, bro. But anyway, I digress. This was a good video. Said what I said, and I meant what I said, whatever. But I digress. Anyway, I'm done. So I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace and much love to you.